can AI be helpful in mental health work? I have a background in psychology and I'm skeptical about this.
Actually, mental health is the number one use case for ChatGPT. Apparently, when people started using ChatGPT, OpenAI found out that this is literally the number one use case for them. So I guess many of the listeners have at least tried it.
Mm.
So, mental health and ChatGPT. I think that ChatGPT is GPT-4, guys. GPT-4, very important distinction. GPT-4 is better than 95% of the psychologists worldwide. Therefore, I'm very supportive of it, of trying therapy with ChatGPT. Now, it is basing all the answers on all the psychology books in the world, all the research that has been made. So it's very very on point. It's very sometimes practical. It's very reassuring. It answers immediately. If you have used apps like BetterHelp costs what, $250 per month, something like this.
Mm.
And if you have used it, you would know that half of the psychologists don't reply. They never reply to you, and the other half don't care about you
Mm.
because you're texting with some psychologist somewhere. They're ripping you off and um, not really helping. With the psychologists, a very important bit is you need to develop a relationship with the psychologist. You need to trust the psychologist, and this is where you do the best therapy work, right? You develop the relationship, you start working together, and you really really go deep into your traumas and issues. Now, if you're not quite there yet, I assure you that ChatGPT will do a better job
Mm.
than like any psychologist that you don't have a relationship with.
So you're saying use ChatGPT as like a gateway to real therapy.
Sure, this is a very good way. Yeah, yeah. Gateway to real therapy. This is how you start. Many people don't know what therapy means,
Mm.
right? Um, People are like skeptical. I have so many friends who need therapy, and I tell them, why don't you try going to a psychologist? And they're like, I'm not crazy. I'm like, this a different doctor,
Mm.
right? And yeah, they don't try, but maybe they can ask ChatGPT, and ChatGPT can help them, you know, become live a better, more fulfilling life and work with an actual therapist
Mm.
in the future.
Mm.
Yeah, good therapists shouldn't be worried at all. They will get even more clients from this gateway. Did you? Yeah. Anyways, finally, low income people, they cannot afford a therapist. Therapists are expensive as f,
Mm.
right? And if you don't have the funds to go to a good therapist, well, maybe you need ChatGPT, and ChatGPT can maybe help you with your mental health quite a lot.
So the way I see it is ChatGPT would be helpful in any sort of self-help um, problem solving because it has been trained on so much self-help data. But when it comes to like processing real issues and real trauma or like working through psychosomatic stuff like abuse victims or anything like that, I don't think it would be very valuable. It cannot sense yet nuance. It cannot empathize in a way. So I think it might be more dangerous to go that route if you have bigger issues to work through.
It can sound like it empathizes.
Yeah.
It's pretty much similar to many psychologists. But I agree with you that if there is this super deep emotional trauma, I think ChatGPT can diagnose it. Like they can, it can help with diagnosing it, not with curing it, but curing deep emotional trauma and the psychosomatic stuff that you're talking about. It takes years, years of therapy, 2 years, three
Exactly.
years
Yeah.
5 years. Maybe if you give ChatGPT 5 years to work on your
Mm.
trauma, maybe it can help you. But generally, I agree with your point. I agree that a therapist would be able to empathize better, would be able to help you with the trauma and so on. But then again, there's so many things that are on the surface that could be
Mm.
helped. But deep trauma remains a human thing to cure,
Yeah,
right?
yeah, yeah, yeah. I agree with you. Another problem would be ChatGPT's lack of long-term memory for now, right? So like
Oh yeah,
we
okay.
cannot really use it for a prolonged period of time with all of the context that it needs from us to be truly beneficial.
Nice. Yeah, this is a good point. So, on this point, I'm immediately telling you OpenAI's tool, ChatGPT, is not. But if you're using a mental health help tool, they have solved this issue for sure.
Mm,
Like, this is number one issue that they have to solve. Okay, I use the API and I have to figure out how to remember the whole history of this
yeah,
client.
yeah, yeah.
By the way, keep in mind, I just want to mention to throw it out there that if you're using chat to chat with your psychologist, quite probable that very soon ChatGPT will be your therapist, whether you want it or not. I'm
I
sure
agree with that. I'm questioning whether we,
it should be
should
like this.
regulate that. But your point to taking access to some sort of like mental health care from people who cannot afford the
Mm,
other stuff is it is I think it's valuable and something to keep in mind when
mm.
regulating.